Do I see a smoking hot, crazy market? No, I really don't. It's all going to be indicative of what these interest rates do too. If they stay where they're at and they go down a little bit, we'll have a little bit of action. Like I said, more people, more sellers will be coming back into the market and that rate fatigue setting in. But I don't see some blistering smoking market. I see just kind of a good normal market really for 2025.
And looking at the chain backwards, the real estate market depends on the interest rates. Well, the interest rate depends on two things, employment and inflation. So it really all starts with that, is employment and inflation. I mean, I'm not suggesting that this is what should happen, but theoretically, if employment were to fall off, job growth and wage growth were to slump off, and inflation in turn comes down because people aren't spending, so they don't have money to spend and they're spending less.
Right.
Ultimately, that will lead to lower interest rates. So that is not a particular healthy lookout for the economy. It's definitely not a healthy outlook for the economy. But that outlook of weakening jobs market and cooling inflation, and the two are linked, will certainly bring interest rates down.
Right. And just to remind people too, real quick, I know we've talked about this in the past too, is that if you want to wait around for those rates to get down to those high 2s and low 3s again, that's going to have to be something catastrophic like COVID happening or war happening before those rates are going to get down to that level again. Don't sit around and wait for that. Please. It's not going to happen.
And even if we did have, there were so many factors that lumped up one on top of the other that got us there. Even if we did have a war that broke out next week, even if we did have another pandemic, we would surely see a short-term improvement in rates. Yeah. But I highly doubt it. I think it'll be a good long time before we see rates in the 3s again.
I do too. And it's also
and I've been doing this for 32 years, by the way.
Sorry, Dave, say again?
I've been doing this for a little over 32 years.
32 years. So another thing that I've seen too is that when something terrible does happen, right, and there's now this opportunity market, there's, oh my God, blood in the streets and, people are giving away their houses and all this kind of mentality that goes on in people's minds that they're going to come in and take advantage of the market and we're going to get some deals, right? Well, guess what? For a lot of people, when that happens and the world's upside down and the economy's upside down and everybody's afraid and insecure about what the hell is happening, what's going to happen, everybody hunkers down. Nobody's really spending money.